We are currently hiking up to one of the San Francisco Bay Area's tallest points, and on the way we're testing out some of this year's newest hiking technology.
We're having a lot of fun already, and some of the tests have been quite surprising so far, so join us for this adventure. We're going to be testing out some cool new hiking tech.
Yeah, so I was just at the Consumer Electronics Show for work, and while I was there I walked the expo floor and there was just tons of electronics, but tons of hiking relevant electronics, and we thought, let's test a bunch of this new stuff out and see how it works for hiking. So the craziest one, 3D printed shoes. I never thought I'd be liking 3D printed shoes. They're kind of awesome. We are going to try these out on this hike today. Quite pumped for that. We both got a pair.
We're also going to be trying out some ultrasonic tick devices.
Tick device that does ultrasound, I learned yesterday, ultrasound.
That's exactly right.
Attach them to your shoe. They're supposed to keep the ticks away. Let's see if it works.
Yeah, pumped to try it.
Next we've got 360-degree camera. This is an Insta360 and it's on this crazy selfie stick. This extends 3 meters. And supposedly you can use that to take drone shots in places like national parks where drones aren't allowed. So we'll find out if when we put this way up in the sky above us, can we actually pretend we're viewing from above with a drone? We'll see.
We also have new shocks.
Open your headphones.
Open your headphones. Sorry, I was not at the electronics show. This was Tim. He's the expert on all this.
But the thing about these is, in theory, you can listen to your surroundings, whether it's listen for animals, hike with a partner, talk to the partner, while you're listening to music. We usually talk while we're hiking, so it'll be kind of interesting to see, can we listen to each other and listen to music at the same time. So that's a set of stuff, and let's get ready, do this day hike, hit the trail. You good to go?
Good to go. In addition to the hiking tech, we're gonna bring some water and snacks. It's only an 8-mile hike, so we're bringing way more snacks than necessary, but we're not super familiar with this hike, don't know how hard or steep it is, don't know if there's water available at the trailhead or anything, so plus it doesn't hurt to have some extra weight as training for our upcoming backpacking trips.
All right. One more piece of tech we should mention is our Suunto Vertical 2 watches. We're gonna be tracking this hike with those like always, and we will let you know more about them as we're out there. Let's get to it. So the plan is to get to hiking, but I've lost Renee into this cuteness of kittens. She is really hard to get out that door. That guy's Orangina. He just fell off the windowsill, and now Renee's convinced he hurt his leg. I'm convinced he didn't. That one's Gray J. Gray J, Orangina, and Big Mama. He looks fine to me. We ever gonna get out of here?
We are headed to that mountain right there with the little tower on top.
We haven't even started, and we've already got a heck of a view. Just going up from here.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think it's an old Air Force tower. That is the destination right at the top.
We're here. And we're headed up to Mount Umunhum, 4 miles.
All right, we are right at the start of this trail, and there's a sign at the start that tells us,
Look out for ticks.
good thing we've got these ultrasonic tick preventers. They're called tickless. Let's get them out. Let's put them on and let's see if they work, because we have been attacked by ticks nearby here. We've never done this trail, but nearby ones have gotten us. So this is the thing. It's tickless active. It's from a Hungarian company, which I thought was kind of cool. And they were at the Consumer Electronics Show. I got to talk to them a whole bunch. This is the device. It makes sound. And apparently humans can't hear it, but ticks can, and it makes them go kind of crazy. He said it's not 100% effective, but it's close. And you attach it to your shoe with a bungee. So turn it on. There, I got it flashing. There we go. I'm on. Comes with a USB-C charger. That's kind of wonderful, because we've done a lot with headlamps that are USB micro, and it stinks to have different chargers powering different tools. The more USB-C, the happier I am, so it's already got a plus in my book. How to use it, you can put on your shoelace or your bag. So there it is, attached to Renee's shoe, and it's flashing, which means it's working, but we should charge it. And I don't hear anything, but ticks can hear that. The instructions say for 8 feet of radius around us, we are making the ticks go crazy. If we actually spot ticks on grass, that'll be really fun to test, like hold the thing up to them and see what they think. It is the right season to spot them, so let's keep our eyes peeled and see if we can find some ticks. Good sign if we don't come back with ticks on us because according to that sign, there are not just ticks, but Lyme disease. Ticks in the area may carry Lyme disease. Avoid contact with vegetation. Stay on trail. Or wear a tickless active. It's finally time to start, but before we do, I'm going to start it on my watch. This is a Suunto Vertical 2. To track this whole thing, I just press the start button and then hiking. And now I'm not going to press start because first I can go to navigation, and I actually preloaded this route. So navigation, routes, Mount Umunhum. There we go. And now this navigate me while we hike. Start. Awesome. And on the map screen, I can follow the trail. All right, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's get to it.
3.7 miles. There's a lot of poison ivy around too.
Poison oak.
Poison oak, sorry.
Renee is convinced that she is not allergic to poison oak. I am deathly allergic to poison oak. I haven't gotten it yet this year, but someday I want Renee to do a test and prove to me that she's not allergic. I will not do that. So Mount Umunhum is part of the Bay Area Ridge Trail, which is a in-construction route that covers the whole San Francisco Bay. But here's one really cool thing about it. I was looking this up before the trip. It is right on the San Andreas Fault, and the San Andreas Fault runs mostly north-south through California. There's a point here where it does a hook like that, and it's moving that way, and that actually causes these mountains to form. So this mountain we're on right now, Mount Umunhum, is here because of this bend in the San Andreas Fault, whereas it moves up, it's hooked and it pushes the ground up. Pretty cool.
Is it still growing?
It's still growing.
Cool.
It's still moving.
All your geography books coming in handy.
I love those geography books. These are cool trees.
Yeah. I think they're Pacific madrones, but I'm not 100%.
The leaves look right.
Yeah, I always get them mixed up with another tree. What is the other tree?
Manzanita.
Manzanita.
They're not quite as yellow as I thought Pacific madrones usually are, but that one's kind of yellowy. I think they are. They must be.
Whatever they are, they're pretty sweet. I love trees. This is kind of neat. That's a nice red bark.
That is cold trunk.
I guess you could say so.
Feel the backside.
The backside is cold.
These manzanitas tend to have much colder bark than their surroundings. I don't exactly know why. It has something to do with how they're circulating water inside. The tree is cold. A friend of mine said with Boy Scouts they called them refrigerator trees. So you touch a normal tree and it's air temperature, but these things with their smooth bark, cold. Here's one.
I'm not convinced.
What, really? Come on, that's much warmer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Right, I mean, here it's cheating because the sun is coming right down on it,
Yeah,
so.
well-
And if the sun was up high, it would just be straight cold the whole trunk. It's only because the sun is coming straight at it.
Very interesting.
I told you, you didn't believe me.
Had to test it for myself.
Okay, it's headphones time.
We got a little distracted with the landscape, so let's get back to our testing.
Shocks. Bone conduction headphones, open ear. Open Run Pro 2 is what they're called. And what's cool about them is you put them on your ear like that, but you don't put them in your ear. I tried them out a tiny bit at home, but Renee's never tried them out. And what seems good about them for this trip or for hiking in general is if you're in bear country, you can keep your ears peeled for bears. If you're hiking with a partner, you can listen to music while you talk to that partner. So we're gonna test these out by putting them on Renee. I'm gonna play a song, see if she can keep talking to me and tell me what the song is, because obviously if she can't hear the song, then they don't work. Pop those off.
Okay. All right. They're not in my ear. Just on the side.
Just on the side, okay, and we can't do it till we're walking because otherwise it's useless, but I need to make sure.
Why?
Well, I guess, yeah, they should work while we're sitting. Okay, let's try them out sitting.
Okay.
Here
You're
comes
telling me a
Murder Mystery
murder
Podcast.
mystery podcast. Is this Taylor Swift?
Heck yes, it's Taylor Swift. Okay, so you can hear.
I can hear. Am I
And-
talking crazy loud compared to normal?
No, normal volume. Am I playing this at a good volume for you?
Yeah. It's a little loud.
How's that?
Good.
Okay, so the real test is while we're walking, can she hold a conversation and listen to whatever I play her? Nice moves. I'm just trying. I can't hear it. So I'm going to keep that going. Then we'll change the song.
Cruel
We'll test
Summer,
her out.
Taylor Swift. All right.
Was it Cruel Summer? Yeah, it was Cruel Summer. I just turned on my Spotify recently played. I'm a Swiftie.
I'm liking these so far.
Do you think we could wear them on like a real hike? Talk to each other while we each listen to different songs? Oh, that's weird. We don't listen to music while we're hiking usually.
Or maybe while running, trail running. This would be great for trail running.
I'm one of those trail runners who listens to the speaker coming out of my phone.
That is really bad. That is not like leave no trace.
Well, I don't do it on
disrupting other
like
people.
wilderness trails, but semi-urban trails, murder mystery. Sometimes when I'm like coming up behind somebody and it's like a gory part, I feel bad. And then he put the knife into her neck, and the person might not like that. I guess we gotta get a second pair. Okay, here we go. It's test time. It's playing through my phone. Let's pick a song. Everybody likes this song. Can you hear it?
Yes, I can. Why'd you change it on me?
What song is it?
Give me a second. I know it.
Uh-oh. She might fail this one. If it was coming through her ears clearly, she'd know the song.
Oh, Pink Pony Club?
Ah, dang. Those things passed test number 1. I should put on one of my favorite songs, see if you can figure that out. Are you gonna get mad at me if I change the song? This is what we're gonna play her right there. Can you still hear even though I'm kind of far away?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
But can you hear the headphones?
Yeah.
Nice, good range. Here we go. Do you know the song?
Yeah, I can't think of the title right
What?
now.
Really? You gotta get better at your titles. Well, while you figure out that title, one of the best songs of all time, let's do a volume test. Can you hear me speaking loud or quiet? So, about this far behind her, can you hear me at this volume?
What are you whispering?
Oh, you couldn't hear me that well. I was kind of quiet. Can she hear me at this volume? If you can hear me, Renee, say so.
I can hear you.
Oh, dang. That was definitely a quiet volume.
You were quiet, but I could hear you.
So those headphones are not really blocking out any sound because you've got just full hearability?
Yeah.
Wow. And is the music loud?
It actually is fairly loud compared to what I usually like to listen to.
Okay, and for me, this far behind her, one arm's length, I don't hear a thing. Like not even a rumble. When we were sitting next to each other, I could tell something was coming through your headphones. Right now I got nothing. Well, they passed the test on your ears. Should we change and try my ears while you pick a song?
I think the test worked.
You just want to keep listening.
Yes.
You're digging those headphones. Okay, we need a second pair. You look pretty hip too. Are they comfortable?
Yeah, very comfortable.
And I think they have pretty long battery life. I haven't charged them since I got them like a month or 2 ago. I haven't used them other than like just to test them out, but they hold a battery because yeah, they haven't been charged. They've just been sitting on the shelf. Let's see if I put this right next to your ear. Can I pick up the sound with the camera microphone? All right, when we're not walking and I'm standing this far away, I hear it very faintly, but it's not really any worse than just headphones in your ear at a loud volume in terms of what I hear as a different person. Okay.
Cool. These are awesome. Pass the test.
Shocks Open Run 2. This newest model does have a tiny speaker also, so it's doing bone conduction and a little bit of like speaker into your ear. Try covering the, not that, right? The speaker, yeah, right there where your thumb is. Does that lessen the sound?
Yes, it does lessen the sound.
Yeah, that's the speaker. Here is the bone conduction part. I believe it has both.
Interesting.
I gotta get me a pair. More Kesha. I still got Kesha going. This is Kesha and Macklemore.
Some interesting dancing there. How do you like those headphones?
It's interpretive dance. I like them. It's good sound quality too. Not only can I hear everything, but it sounds good.
All right, this is a time when it would actually be useful to not be wearing headphones that block out your sound because we have a bike coming up behind us. Important when you're on the trail to hear your surroundings.
And I can hear them because open ears. So we found another manzanita and this one is not in the sun. Tell me how warm that is.
It's really cold.
Like cold.
Yeah.
Like on a hot day, you put your body against it to cool down. It's really probably 20 degrees colder than the air.
Yeah, it's a hot day out. It's like in the 80s today.
And if we grab another tree, here's another tree, not a manzanita. It's just air temperature.
Yeah, very interesting.
refrigerator tree. So one of my books I was reading about why this is, and like I said before, something to do with the circulation of water through it. But the way the book framed it, he was like, yeah, we're not really sure. And I have trouble believing, like, this is an answerable question for the right kind of scientist, a botanist or something, or biologist, I don't know. Why is it that this tree has an air conditioner built into its bark? But the book I read did not have the answer and seemed to imply nobody knows the answer. I don't believe it.
Putting away these so we don't get jealous of each other.
I was really enjoying my Kesha.
Well, this was a successful test. We are 3 miles in, 1 mile to the top, and we have done one of our 4 tests. The open ear headphones were unexpectedly awesome, and the tick device testing is still in progress. It is still on our shoes, and we have 2 to go. So the 3D printed shoes and 360-degree camera. All right. That up there is where we're headed. That looks like a good place to test the 360-degree camera with a drone shot.
Oh yeah, like drone up there with no trees around us, getting a view of Silicon Valley down below. I like it.
Next test.
Next test, drone. Haha, more refrigerator.
Oh my gosh.
It's cold.
New obsession. Yeah.
I know I told you about this before this trip. We've talked about these cold trees. You don't remember it?
No.
I wonder if the big trunk is even colder. That's cold. Somebody carved a heart in this tree. It's not very leave no trace of them. Lame.
We did see a sign on the way up saying no drones. I don't know if it was for this specific area we were in, but
it's like this whole preserve. We're in a preserve, whatever, some public land right now that is no drones allowed. Every national park, I think, you aren't allowed to fly drones. So the idea with this 360-degree camera, I mean, it can do all the things a 360-degree camera can do, but it has a 10-foot drone stick that will get up above us. And let's see, it might be able to recreate the look of a drone without actually flying, just by being held on a stick.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Find out.
As soon as we're out of these trees. All right, we are 0.2 miles from the top, and it is time for testing out our 360-degree camera. This one is the Insta360 X5. There we go. Put the cover off. If this works as well as we hope, it'll work as a selfie stick, just kind of talking to it. Even though it's like flat, I could talk from either side. I can rotate it while I'm doing it. And then we're gonna extend it, like we said, and do a big drone shot. And we're just gonna run the drone shot for 0.2 miles as we go from here to the top.
And you all will have to be the judge of if the drone shot worked, because we'll find out in post-production. We're not gonna check it out while we're hiking, so you can be the judge.
All right. So first up, turn it on. We are on. See myself. Here it is. Now if I press record right there, I should now be getting footage everywhere. So let's try it out as just a selfie stick. Yo, I'm Tim. This is my selfie stick. Does it work? The camera's not pointing at me. We'll find out. But the drone shot is the real fun. So let's get to that. Hello from down below. This is cool. I really hope it works. If this works, you can see the top of the mountain up there, another radio tower over there, and me right here at the bottom. Now, let's walk 0.2 miles to the top. All right, while you hopefully enjoy us walking up this hill with the drone shot, we want to take this time to tell you about our Suunto Vertical 2 smartwatches. Could have included these in this video as one of the tech pieces we're testing, because these just came out late last year, but we're not testing them because we've tested them over and over again and they're awesome. So let's just include this as awesome tech that we highly recommend.
We've been using GPS watches for 10 plus years. We've used them for triathlons and running and cycling, and lately we've been using them for long distance hiking, through hiking, for example, from Mexico to Canada, or our ultra running that we've been doing lately. One of the biggest things we look for these days in a GPS watch is battery life, and the Suunto Vertical 2 definitely passes that test. It has a 65-hour battery life in GPS mode and more than double that in battery saver GPS mode.
They've also got the ability to show maps. So if you've noticed during this hike, I keep looking at my watch. That's because on the watch screen itself, we've got the map loaded in. We are seeing the topo, like how steep the trail is, all that stuff, and the route that we have intended. So I just loaded the maps ahead of time. I loaded the route itself ahead of time, and it's just keeping me on trail.
Another surprising feature of this watch that never would have occurred to me that I would need in a watch is a flashlight. I use it pretty much every day at home. You know, wake up in the middle of the night, need to pee, turn on my flashlight. So surprising feature that I didn't know I needed, but I love it.
Totally. Oh, I got texts coming through. It shows you texts, but what I want to show you is the stats on this thing. So as I swipe through the screens, I can keep track, obviously, of like how fast I'm going, how much elevation I've climbed or descended, how many miles we've gone. Pretty much anything you could track on a sport, you can track on this watch live while you're doing it, and it's just a flick of the wrist to see it.
And it has a ton of other great features like heart rate tracking, sleep scores, HRV, has a temperature sensor, so many cool things that are super helpful that you can do with the Suunto Vertical too.
Data, data, data. We love data, as you can see from that list, from my list. And one more cool thing is once you're all done with the workout, you upload it. So they've got an app, it syncs to whatever app you're using, whether that's Strava or something else. We used to use Endomondo a million years ago. Doesn't really matter. Whatever your fitness social app is, you upload this stuff, you can relive the hike or the run or the canoe or whatever on GPS and see what did you actually do. We're super nerds. We always take that data, build a map out of it, like pretty cool interactive map, and it wouldn't be possible if we weren't tracking all of our every single day of our lives if we weren't tracking those with GPS. And this Suunto Vertical 2 is such a good way to do it. We've got a link down below. Click the link, get the watch. I promise you're gonna love it. And thank you to Suunto for being a great sponsor of this video and helping us get out and hike. Don't make fun of me for being a nerd with a giant selfie stick.
My brother.
Here with figures.
Yeah, you got figures, that's worse. I won't make fun of you either. Okay, it's the top. So, we are at the top of Mount Umunhum, 3,489 feet, and out that way is the bay. So there's San Jose, there's the rest of the bay. Up there is San Francisco, but we can't see it because we got this big Air Force building in the way. It's a nice view from here. Hopefully it's a nice view in every direction from the camera up there. You can even look at the sky if you want to. So that is cool. All right, we've now lowered the camera. We're on regular selfie stick mode. You see the screen now. This is cool.
You be the judge.
The selfie stick was not all that heavy considering I just carried it for 10 minutes, extended at the top of my arm like that. So you give it a try. How heavy do you think it is?
Not something I'd really want to carry.
Try it up above you.
That's not terrible.
It's not terrible.
All right, that concludes this test. This is where we are.
Mount Umunhum. We are up here at the top of Mount Umunhum, which is the halfway point of today's hike. And from here we can see a bunch of peaks in the area. So out there is Mount Hamilton, which we haven't gone to yet, but it's on our list of the big peaks in the bay. There is Mount Diablo. We have to do that one too. Way up here is Mount Tam, which we've done a 50K race on. Renee and I were just talking, we don't know if we've gone to the peak of it before, so we might have to do that. A little ways north of us right now is Black Mountain, which we go to all the time, and it's basically Renee's training ground, and mine, but especially Renee's when she set the Oregon unsupported FKT of the PCT. And here we are on Mount Umunhum, sorry, this is a hard one to say, which is one of the 4 prominent peaks of the bay. Right here on this mountain, this is part of the Ohlone people's creation story, and so is Mount Diablo over there. So it's always interesting to think about how here we are on this mountain enjoying it, but people have been enjoying this mountain for many thousands of years, way before Renee and I were up here, and they have a lot of history here, and it's part of their heritage, and so always good to appreciate that. Ready?
All right, should we head down?
Let's do it. This big building is an old Air Force radar building of some sort. I think it's kind of cool because when we used to live in Germany, we would go to the top of, it's called the Brocken, which is the tallest mountain in northern Germany, which is about the same elevation as what we're at right now. The Brocken, which was an old Russian Cold War mountaintop with a bunch of radar and stuff on it. So our lives has taking us to opposite ends of the Cold War. Not much going on here right now. Let's hope one of these days these crazy countries stop fighting with each other, all of them. We just met infamous Monarch 62 up here, who does action figure scenes in pretty spots. He's got an Instagram. What's your name?
Adrian.
Adrian. Tim.
Renee.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And my sister Yvette.
Nice to meet you. Awesome.
That's cool.
That's cool. We were looking at his Insta and like, look at that. It's just like action figures out and about. Really neat. Fun meeting other folks with cameras.
Yeah, definitely.
We've now tested the open ear headphones, which were awesome. Tick thing, no ticks yet. That's still ongoing. And the 360-degree camera, you guys will let us know. So the last test is going to be the shoes, the 3D printed shoes. We'll see. We're looking forward to getting that one started soon. Okay, we just hit 1 mile to go. It is time to put on some 3D printed shoes to test these out. I am kind of pumped.
Now they're not sold as hiking shoes, but still seem like it'd be fun to. Maybe you can wear them hiking.
Maybe they're good. I mean, I've never seen anybody say 3D printed shoes are good for hiking or bad for hiking. So look at that. That is crazy. It's like a bunch of plastic, I don't know, threads all stitched together into a shoe. I feel like if it gets wet, water will run. I don't feel like I know because I can see through it. If it gets wet, water will run right through it. They look like the future. It's gonna be pretty cool. No laces. So they're not gonna be like tight around the feet. They're comfortable.
Gotta keep the tick test going, so I'm gonna transfer that to my backpack.
The instructions said it just has to be within 8 feet, right? So
Yeah.
these shoes are, I mean, they're comfortable.
They're
I don't know if they'll be
for just-
comfortable when we're walking, but I know they're comfortable now. The company that makes these, they were at CES. They were really, really friendly. I don't know how to pronounce it. S-T-A-R-A-Y. So either Starry or Starray. I can see the logo on your thing. There it is. Starray. I don't know. They generated some buzz. There was a big crowd around them at CES of people saying, "What the heck? 3D printed shoes? I look like the future."
All right, 1 mile to
You
go.
look like the future with the silver ones.
Let's see if we can walk a mile in them.
Let's find out.
I'm skeptical. I can't tell.
I'm excited. I mean, they're really comfortable. Let's get to walking. How are they so far?
Good. Maybe a little loose for hiking. How are yours?
Really liking them for wearing. My heels are lifting with every step. They're very comfortable for wearing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I see. Yeah, 1 mile from now, we'll know a lot more. That's a little worse on the downhill. Do you feel that?
Yep.
I feel my toes sliding forward. Silicon Valley at sunset. Got San Jose, Mountain View, Sunnyvale, Palo Alto, all the rest.
Like the tour guide there.
Doing my best. All right, Renee, what's your half-mile report?
I don't think I would choose them for a hike, but I could see being at a campground and throwing them on, and so far they're comfortable, ish. Maybe not on the downhills, but when we were walking on the flats, they were comfortable, so I could imagine doing an easy walk while car camping or something, wearing them around the campsite.
Renee's ahead of me. I'm not ready to make that assessment yet. They actually are going much better for hiking so far than I expected. I agree about the downhills, but on the flats and the uphills, they've been like better than shoes. Most shoes. They are shoes, but you know what I mean.
I wouldn't say better.
I'd say better. I'm half a mile in, right? I might change my mind after a mile, or as of now, yeah. So all I can say so far is for a half-mile hike, my feet feel like a lot of breathability with all the holes in these shoes.
That's true.
Quarter mile to go.
All right. I've noticed that every time they have a really hard platform. So if I hit a rock, I kind of roll a little bit, and I've noticed when I hit a rock and twist my shoe a little bit, this hard plastic hits my ankle.
Like this part right here.
Yes.
Oh, weird. I'm not getting that. What I'm starting to notice is just like the sole itself is a lot firmer than a regular shoe sole, and just now that we're a quarter mile in, I'm starting to feel three quarters of a mile in. I'm starting to feel the repetitive striking just on the bottoms of my feet. It's not bad yet, but I am definitely starting to question would I want to walk any sort of real distance in these shoes. We got a quarter mile left in this test. We made it to the end. We beat sunset barely.
7:10 p.m.
Oh, we didn't beat sunset. Sunset was a minute ago. Dang. But We still have light. Let's talk about these shoes. They're comfortable for half a mile. My feet are fine. We just walked a mile in them.
Yeah, my feet are totally fine.
I could do 5, but I wouldn't like it for 5. I'm sure we could do it.
Yeah.
You said it already. These are perfect camp shoes. Car camping, you have to go pee at night, you throw these on, you're walking around the campsite having a campfire. They're washable. I got some dirt on the sole. I could just hose that off. They're nice. I really like them. But yeah, they are not hiking shoes. That's probably why they don't market them as hiking shoes.
Probably.
But pretty fun to test them out.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So the other thing we got to talk about is our tick device, because the test is now done. You got any ticks?
All right. Cursory check. No ticks.
Nice. It looks like I'm the same. I know how to find them after that Ozark Trail. 115 on my body. No ticks. I thought I had one. It was a mole. We have to do a better tick check, but we will do that later tonight off camera. For now, the moral of the story is this tick device seems to work. We know there's a lot of ticks around here because we've gotten ticks on our bodies in this region at this time of year before. What ticks do is they hang out on grass. So if you see like the tall grass around us, they'll be on the grass with their legs up.
I'm ready to get you.
We have a video of that. We should put that on the side. Here, hopefully, is a tick going crazy. And you can spot them if you keep your eyes peeled. That device, there it is. It's making ultrasound or ultrasonic that the ticks can hear. And according to the guy at CES, it just makes them go a little crazy. And they can't really understand how to grab you when they have this noise driving them crazy. So he said it's not 100% effective, but it's very effective at reducing the number of ticks that will get on your body. It's 100% effective today, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we kept our eyes peeled for ticks. We didn't see any ticks.
But you rarely
see
them.
They're so tiny and so hard to see. So I would love to do another test where we actually find some ticks and put this close to them and see how they react.
I should rehike, or you can come with me, the Ozark Trail, where we know there's ticks, and wear this and see what the tick count is there. The last thing was this watch. Pick one up.
Not a test, because we've been using this for 6+ months and we love it. So Suunto Vertical 2.
Thanks for being here. We'll see you in the next video. We hope you subscribe. Have a good one.